Come child, we have one final journey to take together before your training is complete. I'm not sure what happened to Dafeng then. Do we assume he just went back to the temple of his own accord? Beyond the Elder's Path lies the Wood of Staves, a sacred place that only the worthy may enter. We have to defeat the Guardian of the Elders. It's fairly simple. I kind of expect something a bit more challenging. I know there's two of us doing that quest there, but really, you know, some of these things is about having a challenge. And here we are, helping with a couple of small tasks whilst I prepare, if you would. I do not have the strength of body or will that I once did. I'm glad there are noble Pandaren like you to fight on for our people. You've come far. You faced forest sprites in the Tranquil Valley, but the forest sprites in this grove are a different breed, crueler and more dangerous. If you would clear some of these sprites out, the spirits would thank you. And we have a ritual to perform, but we require some of the charms from this grove. If you wander the grove, you should see them all hanging from the trees. Retrieve 8 Kunpai ritual charms. So what we're doing here, killing sprites and picking up some charms. This quest I think needs balancing out a little bit. If there's a lot of you doing these things, you probably find there's not enough charms or scamps. I'm definitely getting a better understanding of the overall storyline of this zone, playing through it a second time. The whole concept of why we're actually doing the things we're doing is pretty cool. So the starting zones are on the back of a giant tortoise called Shen-zin Su. I'm not sure whether the introduction to the introduction movie for Pandaren will explain that. It doesn't really explain it though in the actual story until we actually get to that point. After this quest, you'll see we actually get to speak to Shen-zin Su, but it's referred to just kind of speaking to the spirit of the land. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think the only well, I was going to say I'm going to give some feedback on the actual quest that follows this, but I'll wait till we actually get there. Do that. Oh. The quest is pretty simple, but it's like I say, there's usually not enough of either scamps or charms. That was looking fairly close. Let's eat some food, get a bit of agility going. I like that they've changed the food. No, they've not actually, I'm telling a lie. But what is interesting, and I think this is why you're going to see a lot of people re-rolling Monk in when Mop is released because of the racial that we have. And I can only assume that they're going to change this because it is unbelievably overpowered. Epicurean, your love of food allows you to retrieve double the stats from well-fed effects. Is absolutely amazing. They've MMO Champion have released some information about some or all of the food buffs that are coming out. And they're working slightly different to how they've worked in Cataclysm, where previously there would always be equal stats on all of the food, so whether that's intellect or stamina or agility or whatever. The way it works now, it appears to be that those food types do exist, so if you need agility food, it will be there for you. But for tanks, there are higher value stamina food available. So, for example, the highest one is 450 stamina. So think about with Epicurean, that's going to give you 900 stamina just from food. That's absolutely crazy. So I think for tanking, especially at the start when things like stamina and stats are a lot more important, and for heroic progression, I think you'll definitely see a lot more people rolling Panda for the Epicurean racial. We're all struggling to get these charms. And they've all gone. No! Right, let's find some more. We only need one anyway, so that's fine. I forget what the non-stamina food buff like what the levels are. I think it's 250. I could be wrong on that, but either way, if I'm a hunter and I can have 500 agility from food, I'm gonna take that. I'd rather lose the haste and the rocket jump, so I can have that. Agility is by far our best and most useful stat after the ranged DPS. Okay, passing wisdom. This journey shall be yours to undertake without me. Stay for a few moments and listen to an old man's words. Let my knowledge serve as a foundation for yours, that you might be greater than I ever was. Okay, this needs to have voice acting. For 3,000 years we have passed knowledge of our people down, elder to youth, master to student. Every elder reaches the day where he must pass on and plant his stave with the staves of his ancestors. Today is the day when my staff joins these woods. Sheppo, our people have lived their whole lives on this great turtle, Shen-zin Su, but not in hundreds of years has anyone spoken to him. Now Shen-zin Su is ill, and we are all in danger. With the help of the elements, you will break the silence. You will speak to him. Isa and Ji have retrieved the spirits and brought them here. You are to go with them, speak to the great Shen-zin Su, and do what must be done to save our people. You've come far, my young student. I see within you a great hero. I'll leave the fate of this land to you. And with that, he disappears, kind of like an Obi-Wan style ending. Like I say, it's kind of like a sad little tale. It should really have voice acting. I'm hoping they're going to add that in. I've gone the wrong way. So we're going to speak to Shen-zin Su, see what the problem is. And again, this when we speak to him, it really does need voice acting as well. You're ready to go whenever you are, Sheppo. And we get a new belt as an upgrade, which is always nice. Okay, so we fly into this air balloon. Sheppo, where's Master Shang? Gee, they were in the Wood of Staves. You know where Master Shang is now. But let a Pandaren hope, would you? I'm going to miss the old man. Be respectful when you speak to Shen-zin Su. Shen-zin Su, we are the descendants of Liu Lang. We sensed your pain and we want to help. What ails you, Shen-zin Su? What can we do? I am in pain, but it warms my heart that Liu Lang's grandchildren have not forgotten me. There is a thorn on my side and I cannot remove it. The pain is unbearable and I can no longer swim straight. Please, grandchildren, can you remove this thorn? I cannot remove it on my own. Yes, of course, Shen-zin Su. But your shell is large and I do not know where this thorn could be. It is in the forest where your feet do not walk. Continue along the mountains and you will find it. Poor Shen-zin Su. He's got a tree on his head. Okay. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Is that a boat? That's bigger than I was expecting. And those aren't Pandaren down there. They look fearless. It looks like they crashed. I don't think they're here for trouble. Okay, we've got Skyfire. It's probably the result of heroic Blackthorn. It's a pain of a fight. Okay, we should let Elder Sheppo know and then plan our next move. A good view of the temple from here. Oh, okay, that's probably a good place to leave that episode, I think. Join me next time. We'll figure out what's going on with the Skyfire and get the thorn removed from Shen-zin Su's side and hopefully get him all healed up. I'll see you then.